I quit my high-paying job in the tech industry and moved to Montana to pursue my dream of starting my own whiskey distillery. Just around $25,000 to my name and a few pieces of equipment I brought with me. We're starting from scratch. Will our whiskey distillery be successful? We'll find out. This is Whiskey RP.
Today we're going to do something that we probably should have done a long time ago, and that's combined a few of these fields. We're going to really start focusing on whiskey in Montana, and why did that just change? There we go. That's where I want it locked in. Like I said, we're going to start really focusing on whiskey in Montana. We don't need this path here. We can go ahead, allow field. There we go. And we're going to connect these fields. It's going to be one huge barley field. Like I said, we probably should have done this a long time ago. Go ahead and lift here because that's all we need to take care of on that spot. And then really connect these down this direction. And then we can get the cedar out. We need to get this done today. It's the last chance we have to get barley in the ground for the year. So we'll combine these two fields and somewhat... Yeah, let me get this done and I'll show you what we want to do with the next one next to it. 3 and 4 are now 1. And you know the oat field there used to be, or what is that? The wheat field used to be part of field 4, is no longer. This one here, I was hoping to combine with the field over here. So maybe we will, and we'll just do wheat in both these in August. And then eventually combined just to be 2 big barley fields. So what I'm trying to do, and I'm having a hard time articulating this morning, is I want to get these to be just 2 huge fields so there's less to maintain, less field types, and we want to really start focusing on whiskey. So I just want barley in Montana, and I think the other types of alcohol we're going to focus on in Iowa. I think that would be the best way to play it, so we don't have to take barley back and forth. We'll get another distillery here potentially. So that should be all we need the cultivator for. Let's go ahead and find the cedar and get to work here. So this is going to end up being the main road, and we have that little strip there to get to the sawmill. But these 2 fields to the left here I think will combine as well and get rid of that entrance, and we'll just turn that into a fence. So yeah, it'll be a little bit of time before this gets transformed to exactly what we want, and it'll be basically 3 large fields instead of 6 medium-sized fields, I guess. So we'll go ahead and get started here. We're going to get barley in the ground, and gosh, I think I'm coming down with a sickness or something. The energy level is low. Throat's hurting a little bit. Thought it was just allergies. We'll get through it. What do you mean can't be planted in July? So we got some time. I was reading this as, oh, I'm such a doofus. We have time before we can plant. This makes a lot more sense. We're going to put this away. We're going to call it audible. There's different things to do. Oh man, what a brain fart. I was thinking this is the last time to harvest barley, not the last time to plant. So, okay, it's going to become August here pretty quick. We're going to get these other harvests done, and we're going to be able to get these fields completely prepped the way I want them for planting barley. Oh, man, that's good, actually. I'm a doofus. All right, as I try to remember how to play this game, apparently this morning, I just wanted to double check that all the productions are good for us to skip forward. We're going to make it August, and I believe we have 2 more fields to harvest, and then we can make it September and do our planting here. And then we'll get back to Iowa to take care of the harvest there. We'll double check. I believe we do not have anything to harvest until at least September, but we will double check to make sure. All right, so we're sitting at $857,000. Great demand for maple syrup. Maybe we sell a little bit of that this morning. Well, let's take a look at our fields. And ready to harvest. Oh, okay, so the black beans are not ready, but the wheat is. And looks like in September we'll be doing the wheat and the grapes. So let's go ahead and grab the harvester. We set it up at the wrong place over here. And we'll get it over to the oats and get to harvesting. This is all unfolded. I keep getting comments that this header doesn't need a trailer, and it's so totally does. These wheels, I believe, on this mod are just for rolling when it's down, and not for transporting it. There's no options to fold the header to turn into a trailer, so that's why I do have a trailer header for this. Or header trailer. All right, no time to waste here. Let's go ahead and get started on this. Really shouldn't take very long, and I believe our plan for this was to put it into the distillery and start producing, was it vodka? Let's double check. Vodka takes wheat. Yes, that's what it was. Vodka. All right, let's get it done. Small field. Shouldn't take very long at all. First little row done here, and we're getting 201.8 bushels an acre. And I believe this is about 2 acres, so we should get around 400 bushels total. We'll find out though. Looking positive so far. Should be a good amount of wheat to get us started with our vodka production. Well, looking pretty positive. We need to go get the tractor and the grain cart. And there we go. And this will be able to go straight to the whiskey. Or I guess it's just a distillery now. It's not just for whiskey. We got to stop calling it that. We'll go straight to the distillery to start making vodka, but we will go ahead and finish the harvest before we do that. No rush. I'm actually really impressed with the yield of this field. I did not think we were going to get close to 2 hoppers full here in the harvester, but it looks like we're getting close to it. I don't think we'll quite get to, but over 800 bushels it looks like we're going to get. That's exciting. This should be a good amount of vodka. Well, color me surprised. We got 2 full hoppers. Quite a good surprise, actually. You know, small field, just, I guess when you plant the right crop, you get a good yield. Wheat does yield pretty good here, so just a little bit to do after this. We'll get this completely filled up. I will take this over to the distillery and get the production going on that. Check the yeast as well before we finish up the little bit that we have to harvest. Oh, good amount of whiskey building up. Good amount of yeast building up as well. Very awesome. All right, let's get this deposited and we'll get vodka going for the first time. Very nice. Let's jump into the production here. And vodka can be activated. And this one we are also going to set to, change output to selling. So the only thing we're spawning are the 2 whiskey types, and it looks like maple just spawned again. Ah, look at all of this. Okay, let's go ahead and shift this over. So we do have a good shipment. I think we might be doing this next shipment ourselves as we take some of the yeast as well. It looks like it's running out of places to spawn. We'll move that over just to be safe. We'll pull one over right now to drop off at the distillery. But let's get back to this harvest and get it done, because we still got a lot to do. We got to get to September. We got a lot of harvest to do. Oh, exciting times. Need to plan what we're going to do with the winery long term. I might get it relocated to Iowa. It might stay here. A lot's up in the air right now. I guess we can just park right here. Shut that off and get over back. Oh, we left this running. What a waste of fuel. And just this little tiny area, we will get harvested and taken back over to the distillery. And we'll see what else we have to do this month. I think we might maybe sell some things, move some maple syrup around, double check on the wood chips and the sawmill. And then after that, we will probably move on to September, do the black bean harvest, and then finally get back to Iowa. We got some planting to do before that. A lot of time in Montana in the summer here, which I guess is good. It's actually turned out pretty good for the setup that we have, that we're not just back and forth all the time. It's kind of how I wanted it. Interesting that it actually worked out. So 63.9 more bushels. Let's go ahead and get the harvester shut off. And it's almost done for the year. If it wasn't such a big piece of equipment, I might think about bringing it to Iowa, but it'll stay here. We'll get our own harvesters in Iowa. Before we take care of all the productions, we'll go ahead and get all this straw picked up and sold. Should be another good opportunity for some profit for us. No need for it on the farm, so we will just get it sold right away after we bale it up. And the grapes are looking very close as well. They should be ready in September, I believe. Maybe it's October. I can't remember at this point. All right, let's go ahead and get this put away and pick up the trailer to get the bales all stacked on and get them sold. And we're not really cutting the grass very often here. Basically when we need food for the sheep, not really needing it to maximize our income. So we're, just leaving it as is for now. Up there. Can we sneak by? Damage it a little bit? No, we can do it. Just smash those lights. We need a little fuel, so let's just stop here and get refueled. Feels like a lot more than 13 hours on this tractor, but that's all it says. All right, we got these all picked up, and let's go drop them off at the bale sales location. And then we'll check on the productions and probably move forward to September and get that black bean harvest going and potentially the grape harvest. But then September means we want to get barley in the ground as well. And I can't remember if these fields are going to need lime or not. We're going to have to find out. All right, let's see how much money we get for this. 15,000 plus 2 more bales to move for 2,500. So we're sitting at $888,000. Looks like wine's just about done, but we get a harvest next month, so that's good. Grapes, we're about to run out in the yeast factory. Looking okay. Could move a little bit of this, but We got enough wood for now. I think it's time to make it September. Well, we wake up in the morning with $1 million in our bank account. Not enough room. I thought I moved some of that. So the wool, we're going to have to move around again. Must have had a good night. There should be 3 over here and then 6 more. So there's 9. We might be selling wool again. But let's go ahead and keep moving that over. We'll just keep piling that up. We got a lot to do. Let's get going on that. Sheep's food. Yeah, you guys are starting to go through it a little faster. Interesting. Okay, let's check on the chicken's food as well. Pretty fine. Okay, let's get into the harvester. Another new crop type to harvest. So we might have done this as a contract early on in the playthrough. I think maybe season 1. But we're going to do black beans for the first time. And we will have to get the full setup out here. This is a decent sized field, so we will start harvesting. And we'll see how we do. 101 bushels per acre. 101, almost 102. So it's going to be similar to soybeans, I believe, with a good price. Believe that's how this is going to play out. But the good thing with the lower yield is we can keep harvesting and not stop to unload, but you want more product to sell, you know, like as we mention all the time. Let's go ahead and take a look at the price. Nothing we can do with black beans, so we are just going to sell them right away. And $77 per bushel tops out at 160. What happened here? We used to not have fluctuation. So we might hold on to this till June. Let's look at like our soybeans. We must have lost a mod. Oh, okay, so the soybean, so the fluctuation's not that great on those. So this is something we'll probably, I was hoping to cash out on this, but I think we're gonna have to put this away until July because that's a lot of money to lose. Yeah, 102 bushels an acre is what we're looking at right now. We get this first part of the headland done, and we'll just back up, and then we'll wrap around the field. Give us enough room to turn around, because we will have Bobby helping us with this one. And boy, with over $1 million in our account, we're sitting pretty good for the equipment we need to buy here in September for Iowa. So our plan is to bust these harvests out as quick as possible. We're going to turn these fields over, so the early part of September is going to be in Iowa, or in Montana. I need to get back to Iowa and check on those fields, see if any of them are ready to harvest, so we'll potentially be trying to bust through this pretty quick, and we might need some extra help from Bobby on this. Much easier harvest on this field than last time when we did sugarcane. That was quite the day. All right, Bobby's taking over for us, so we're gonna go ahead and get the tractor all prepped on the wagon, get the semi over here, get all set up. And to save a little bit of time, I'm gonna try to sneak in here and start cultivating this in between unloading for Bobby. So we're gonna get this prepped right now. But I do need to get some of this out of the way to pull this off. So we'll move the semi, but they're going to be pretty full. So let's go ahead and help them unload first. Yep, beacon is already on. And get over far enough for them. There we go. Yeah, get this nice and unloaded here. All right, that should be a good amount to get them going or keep them going. So we'll find a good spot to move this and move the semi so it's out of the way. And I think about right here should be good. So this field here, we could also extend a little bit larger this way. Another field or road we're going to be getting rid of. It's not really a road. I guess it's just a path that we use. Not necessarily that important anymore since we own all of this and it's not shared with another farmer. So we'll get a little close to this tree line and then we'll cut back to the edge of the field there. It'll give us a little bit more area to plant some seed and make some more money. Maximizing the profit of this property here. This grassland kind of just been wasted, just wasted opportunity to make a little bit more money. And we could even widen it that direction, but I think that'll be safe right there. Go ahead and loop around, try not to damage any crops, and get the rest of this right here. We'll have to head east-west here to do the same. This dirt path is gone. Connect these on this side, and that didn't work. There we go. Accidentally shut off create fields, and we'll lift there and loop around. Gosh, the turn radius on this thing's awesome. And just up and down here should be enough to finish making the connection to these two fields. And it's only adding a little bit of area for more crops, but it'll be a lot quicker to service these fields, being that they're all one now. We'll have a long north-south pass here. So it'll be interesting. Makes these fields larger, quicker to work on. At least that's my theory. And that's all complete and ready. We do have a direct drill, so we should be able to just plant directly in these fields and not have to cultivate them over. We do need to check lime though. I need to look back at the field data and see if we can get away with not liming, or if we need to just lime these new areas potentially, or the whole fields. So that definitely could change our plans and make us a little more chaotic day. Let's take a look now. We can see this 4, 5, and 7 are combined. 3 and 4 are combined. 2 here might get combined, but I'm also thinking about expanding the grape vineyard, so lots to think about still. Doesn't say it requires lime, it does say it here. So maybe we just lime these new areas that we cultivated and we should be okay. So let's go ahead and unload. We got the warning for 80% full. That was a good use of our time while we're harvesting. All right, and that is full, so we'll drop this off at the semi and continue unloading the harvester after that. But looking at our field data, we do have a good amount of fields that need lime, so we will have to take care of that before planting. Ooh. Let's get started on that. Do this right here for now. Do we not have anything for lime? What? Oh, there it was. I see it. I see it. Oh my goodness. This isn't going to work on this tractor. Okay, we'll put that there. Oh, that's weird. And we'll put this tractor right here for now. We're just going to finish up the harvest, I guess, which is almost done anyways. I guess we could put that tractor on the grain cart, but what fun is that? Decided to go ahead and call an audible. We'll have to move those fertilizers around later. I don't know how far this lime's gonna go that we have, but it'll be a good start at least before we spend cash. 5 yards of lime. We'll head up to the first field. I do want to prioritize seeding, so we'll get that done. It'll be the combo of 3 and 4. And we'll see about getting a worker helping us with that. And that harvest should be finishing up any second now. I'm hoping they do not need unloaded so I can get this started. And just out of curiosity, I kind of want to see what course play is going to do here. Go ahead and get on the field, clear out what we have, and see about generating. It will work. Beautiful. Okay. And first waypoint. Go ahead and have our helper get started here. Yeah, gonna need more lime, but that'll be a good start. Let's take a look at the map and see. Yep, that is working. And we will head on over here. Nope, we need this tractor. And it looks like the harvest is done. So let's go ahead and get to the grain cart and pick it up. Pick up the crops. All right there should work. Let's hop over here, open the auger, and unload this. Another 277 bushels. Looks like we finished with 102.1 bushels per acre over here. And that'll conclude harvest for this year in Montana. Oh, we still have grapes to do. It will not conclude harvest. It'll conclude harvest with the combine, though. We'll get it staged to get all cleaned up. Here we go. Go ahead and get the header trailer and head this over to the cleaning station. Try not to block our walkway. There we go. That'll be a good spot for it for now. We'll get that all cleaned up in a few. Let's go ahead and get the grain moved. Or the beans. I guess they're beans. Tank is empty. Okay, so we need to get more lime. That did not last very long. And get this unloaded. Go ahead and get the kills bro put away. We're gonna go ahead and purchase a decent amount of lime here. Not sure how much we will go through, but we will get this all brought over to the spreader so that we can keep moving. These are those. Yeah, and that's as many as are gonna fit. So we'll get this moved over for them for now. And as they use it, we'll bring more over. Not very encouraging. It's gonna be a lot of lime, a lot. And that should get them running a little bit more. And we'll leave that here for now and move the beans. So over 1,000 bushels. This is going to be a good amount of money when the time comes. Like a good amount of money. All right, and that will put all the black beans in here. So both of our bins here have grain in them or something in them. So we need more bins if we need to store another type of crop. So it'll be okay. What to do next? Need to let the lime get a little bit ahead of us so we can start planting. So that'll be pretty soon, actually. Moving at 16 miles an hour now, which is the recommended speed on this implement. And that seems to be lasting a little longer now. Interesting. Guess we could start with the grape harvest, and we'll just have to help them out every once in a while when they need lime. So let's go ahead and get this lined up. It's been a while. I believe if we go right here on the wheel, let's go ahead and take a look out this way. Gosh, that looks right. get it turned on, and we're good. Go ahead and hit the gas a little bit here. And is that working? Yeah, scoot over just a hair more. So that lines it up. Let's go back into cab view. Yeah, so it puts it right at the edge of the steering wheel there. And we should, if this is like any other harvest, get about, I thought 50% when we get done with a row, but maybe this yield's not good. Maybe what was 3 rows, it'll be 33%. Always forget. Okay, keep plugging away here. 32% exactly. So that's looking pretty similar to last year. Let's go ahead and back up. I want to do these rows and work our way back to the left side here. Another row done, and we're sitting at 64%. So I think the yield might be down a little bit this year. There we go. Should be lined up good there. All right, and the lime spreader is out of lime, so we'll finish up this pass here and then help them out by getting them going. And get the grape cart over here as well to unload. Yeah, 95, 96% here is what we're gonna get. Okay, honestly can't remember. That might be about the same. 84 bushels. Okay, put that right here for now. Let's get the lime going so that we can, once we're done with the grape harvest, we are gonna wanna start getting barley in the ground. Drive out here, help them out. Now we get close enough, we should see the lid open. Perfect. And off they go. It's always nice getting to use this tractor. We never get to use it. And I think right here is probably a safe place to park so it's not in the way. Get back in the grape harvester here. We usually put it in the middle. That way we don't have to go all the way back, but that'll work. And vine number 4, here we go. And the tank's empty again over here. The setup's working pretty nice though. All right, back to harvest. And I'm hoping that's enough lime over there to finish that field, but I don't think we purchased enough for what we're gonna need all for today. Another 84 bushels to put in the cart here. This harvest is going real good, real smooth. 6 more rows, 6 more vines to go. All right, done with 9 vines now. Get this unloaded so we can do the last 3. Really do struggle with commentary on grape harvest. It's just, I don't know what to talk about. All done with lime, so we had enough for that field, but we're gonna finish this harvest and get things moved around to the productions before we move on to the next field. All right, that will conclude harvest. I don't think all of this is gonna fit, but we will try. And we'll first prioritize the yeast production, and then we'll move the rest to the wine production, because we definitely figured a whole year's worth of grapes, filling up the yeast production once gives us enough product for the whole year, so we will be safe there. And if I remember right, we just barely don't have enough capacity in this trailer. Oh, we do. All right, we'll go ahead and leave that there for now. And jump in the 4020, take this over to the yeast factory, and then the grape factory. And those of you who have made it this far through the video, I want to say Merry Christmas and Happy Holidays to all of you. This will be coming out on the 23rd of December, just a couple days before Christmas. Did a little bit more in Montana than I wanted in this episode. I was hoping to get back to Iowa, but I don't like cutting out stuff, so got to get all this done. Going to be a good amount of episodes in Iowa coming up next. I think next episode we will get all this planted here, and then we'll shift back to Iowa to finish up the calendar year. It's been a little more challenging to balance 2 farms and 2 maps in one series than I thought it was going to be, but it's fun. It's definitely mixes things up for me. And I do want to find a good cadence of length of video. The 45-minute one, I think it's a little too much, at least for me. It's a little too much stress on me to try to bust out as much content and make the videos that long. I do prefer about the 20 to 25-minute length so I can do more a week and get more content out for you guys. We'll find a good balance. All right, all the last of that sugar just got stolen. So that's one thing we will have to do is adjust. I don't remember where the grapes go. Right there. I was close. So we'll have to adjust the sugar factory to spawn a few for grapes, because if we look in here at the production, oh, grapes are full. Grapes are full. Sugar. We need a little more sugar. So I do want to get at least 1 or 2 of the sugars to spawn. And let's see if we change this for at least a little bit to storing. We'll change it to storing for now. Well, distributing might be okay, but we'll do storing for now. And then we'll get 1 to spawn later and sell some. But now let's head over to the winery. Gosh, we need to get all this stuff cleaned up. But that will conclude what I wanted to do this episode. We'll get the rest of this distributed here and shut the tractor off. And we will pick up where we left off next episode here in September. We're going to clean all this up. We're going to clean all that up. We're going to get some fields planted. We'll get everything in this farm ready for us to be in Iowa for the entire winter. And then we'll get back to Iowa for the second half of that episode. I'm Socksway Up. I will catch you on the next one.